Hey guys, it is late, but I wanted to finish Eternal Darkness, and this is the chance I had to do so. So let's give it a shot. Hey guys, it is late. What is this sanity effect? But hearing my own voice. I wanted to finish Eternal Darkness, and this is the chance I had. Wait a minute. Do so. Why am I hearing myself? So let's give it a shot. Hey guys. Am I the only one hearing myself? It is late. What is this sanity effect? What is this sanity effect? I wanted to finish Eternal Darkness, and this is the chance I had. Just wanted to finish the game. So. Why am I hearing myself? What? So let's give it a shot. This hey guys. Is the only one really hearing myself? Happening? Late. Someone just put in quotes, reasonable hour. It's 1 a.m. This is reasonable for me. But in all honesty, I really wanted to, I wanted to do this earlier, but I just kept getting sidetracked. And, here I am now. And it's really late. But we're gonna try to do this. So one of the only real complaints I have with this game is that there are some, you know, overused areas. Oh, that's gonna be me dying in a second. And the end sequence is a little bit frustrating. I'm dead already, guys. I have to dispel that. I have to dispel that while I have my full shield on. How the fuck do you even... Oh, man. I think that's a great start to the stream. So I was just in that area 2 chapters ago, and I know that the end part is going to be a little bit... Oh, I can stand in the doorways. Thank you. Forgot it. Didn't even realize. That solves pretty much every problem I just had. We are going to put an end to this. We got our enchanted gladius. That is the best weapon in the game. Always enchanted. It's pretty much a fucking lightsaber. Okay, I see the spots now. I don't know why I didn't think to go to those earlier. Alright, so I'm here now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the shield. Shield is up. Next, I need to dispel that with a 7-point dispel spell. Okay, so we'll do that right now. Nethlek. Pargon. Got it. Okay. Now I can dispel this thing. I'm gonna go to dispel. Here we go. Just in time. Get me out of here. Okay, just barely did it. Alright. Also, gonna reinstate the shield. What do you say we get rid of this crying noise? What do you say? Magic pool. We'll just do one of these. Okay. Just get rid of that. We didn't need the crying. It's still someone's still crying. I don't have enough energy. Okay. So yeah, we gotta do this again. Part of the broken pedestal lies on the floor. Oh, there's a pedestal that I have to put together now. Now, to be fair, the game is substantial, but yeah, this is just 2 chapters ago we were here. And I understand to save time and resources, I understand it, but it's like, it drags a bit. Okay, now we're gonna put this here. But, like I said, we do have the strongest weapon, so that's a good thing. Alright, now, we've got the 3 runes Pius had encountered in the Forbidden City. Right, so these look like the thingies. So we're gonna put each thingy on the thingy. Technical terms. Okay. Okay, we've reactivated it. And now it's time. Now it is time. We're gonna go counterclockwise. Because that worked pretty damn well last time. You get used to it, Dark Knight. I mean, it is a little confusing at first, but you do eventually start to understand it. After we dispelled this city the last time, it kind of came back to life. So now we have to do it again. Simple as that. But this time I'm way more powerful. Jesus. Alright, here we go. Gonna save after each room. So, this one... We're gonna do, we're gonna just make them kill each other. One's dead. Next. Those are the loudest whispers I've ever heard in my life. So tomorrow I'm going to see Interstellar in IMAX. That's why I have to be up early. I mean, really, did any of you guys go to see movies at like 2 p.m.? If I could avoid seeing a movie at 2 p.m., I will. But in this case, this is the only one we could get. Do I have to do this? No? No, I don't have to do this. You liked it, Cross Stitch. You saw it in IMAX and you liked it. That's great. Yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I like space movies. I've heard a few mixed things, mostly positive though. Okay, this will recover magic and allow me to cast all my spells. No, I still haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy. When's that out on DVD and Blu-ray? Does anyone know? Because, you know, I'll just go ahead and air quotes buy it. You know what I mean? I watched Star Trek Into Darkness again yesterday for the first time since it came out, and it just pissed me off. Just plot devices everywhere. Convenience sake, the transporter makes no sense anymore. Oh, God, it really bothered me, especially after watching everything Star Trek related, and then watching that again, it was just like, nah, this movie does a lot of things wrong. It was fun to watch, but, and, you know, some great characters. Obviously, Simon Pegg does a great job. Karl Urban does a great job. I even like Kirk and Spock's casting, but that movie just bothered me so much. It bothered me so much. Oh, God. The Prime Directive is shat on. Even though Spock doesn't want to shit on it, he shits on it anyway. It's like, come on, Spock. Oh, it's out December 9th. Good, good. Well, I would love to watch Guardians of the Galaxy. I still haven't seen that one, but that will be it. Well, there's a rumor that Star Trek 3 is in development hell at the moment for a number of reasons. I don't know if it's true. And this is why the end of this game is beans. I haven't seen Over the Garden Wall, but apparently people are saying it's good. Bob Orkey is writing the script to Star Trek 3, and a lot of people call him a 2-bit talentless hack. J.J. Abrams directed the previous one, and the one before that, but now he's on Star Wars, so Orkey is left to direct a movie for the very first time. I know, let's give him a franchise that fans are very meticulous about and love more than other people in many cases. Let's give it to this first-time director who brought about the scorn of millions of us because of the previous movie was just action set piece and action set piece stitched together with loose story. Let's bring back a villain that most people will understand makes no sense if they've seen, you know, Space Seed. Just don't get me started, please. We're doing Dispel again, yeah? Which one then? Summon. We're doing Summon. We're gonna summon the god. Over the Garden Wall. Everyone's telling me to watch Over the Garden Wall. I'll remember that. I thank you for the suggestion, guys. I mean, if that many people are into it, I'm also into it, you know? Might want to check it out and see what it's about. What was my childhood like? Oh boy. How do you answer a question like that while you're streaming video games? That's a hell of a question. Mostly happy. I was a Star Wars nerd. I was a rock grunge nerd. After that, I was always into video games. I liked to bike. I mean, really, what do you expect? I used to go out a lot. You know, I used to enjoy life outside. But it wasn't like, you know, I mean, like everyone else, there were problems. You know, I don't think you can really escape childhood without problems. But it was generally a pretty happy childhood, yeah. Any painful memories you feel like sharing? I got made fun of because I like Star Wars. Everyone was listening to rap. Everyone was like, you know, into like, you know, rap, gangster rap at the time. And I was actually one of the few people in my class that liked rock music. And yeah, I got made fun of for that. That was kind of shitty. And like, how do you not like Star Wars as a kid? I'm positive that a lot of the kids that I went to middle school with did not have a soul. Seriously. How do you not like Star Wars when you're like 7, 8, 9 years old? Up until like 14. It's like, what the fuck? It's just, you know, oh, it's space. That's gay, as they said. Fuck you. Back then, rap was good rap. I won't argue with that, actually. That's probably some of the, you know, talking about like the Tupac era. Some of that shit was really nice. Had some nice melodies. But you know, rap is not my thing. Sometimes. But generally not really. So I didn't understand when everyone was getting into it. We're talking like overprivileged white boys listening to gangster rap about their struggle in the hood. And here I am listening to like fun, like rock songs. I'm like, my classmates kind of suck. I'm not talking about Star Wars Episode 1 that I liked either. I liked Star Wars before Episode 1. Then subsequently Episode 1 came out, I liked it a bit. And then I understood why I shouldn't talk about Star Wars. Because Episode 1 was just not... I even knew then it was shit. What do I do here? I can highlight it. Do I have to use the trapper on this? Was I raised Catholic? Yes, I was, yeah. I think I have to do, press the A button. That's not gonna work. I think I gotta destroy these or use the summon trapper. Let's try the trapper.
Tier Paratax Celadon.
Come on, little Mr. Trapper. Well. Let us try magical attack.
Enter by Celadon.
That'll do ya. No. Okay, let's go to the other ones. I think I have to hit each of these. What? Why can't I walk that way? Oh. I thought I had to go to each one of them individually and use the magic attack, but that's not working. So what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna need some help here. Use a more powerful spell. Fuck. Use Bing. Vinny sounds like the kind of guy who wanted to be an astronaut when he got older. Yes, actually. For a little bit, I was obsessed with, astronomy. I didn't want to be an astronaut. I wasn't one of the guys that wanted to go into space. But when I was younger, one of the things I wanted to do was be an astronomer. And, like, you know, find extraterrestrial life and shit like that. What else did I want to do? Wanted to be a baseball player at one point. Wanted to be a rock star for a long time. You know, realistic goals. I wanted to be a dinosaur the other half of my life. That worked. What a stupid puzzle that was. That kind of really annoyed me. I didn't like that. I haven't seen Interstellar yet. Tomorrow. What did you guys want to be when you were younger? Anyone have any... How about this? Instead of answering that, did anyone have any particularly outlandish goals? Like, when they were younger, they wanted to be, like... I don't know... Fucking anti-gravity technician? I don't even know. I'm just throwing shit out there. When you were young, you wanted to be swole. You wanted to be a Muppet. Half the people in here are still younger. I guess you got a point there, Clegg. A wizard, pirate, pro wrestler, voice actor. I hope that goes well for you. That's attainable. Skeleton. Antichrist. Okay, this is getting a little bit weird. When I was younger, I wanted to be the Antichrist. There's a few movies about that, I believe. You know, what's that one movie? The Jerry Maguire? The President. I think at some point most kids want to be like the president or the leader of the world, or the prime minister. I mean, really the prime minister though? I wanted to be the guy who hosted Nick Arcade, and I got my wish, kinda. Actor's a fun one. There was a time I wanted to be an actor. I just never knew where to start. And obviously I have no training on the matter. But I've always enjoyed the idea of, like, me acting in a movie or something. I thought that, you know, that was always like one of those pipe dreams. like the sound effects? Pretty good. Pretty good! Do you have any crushes on TV characters or video game characters? Who the fuck didn't? Alex Mack's sister. How about that one? I don't know how many of you know who that is, but that was one of my big crushes. Oh yeah, Alex Mack too. I'm just saying, you know, both of them really. But Alex Mack's sister, just that was definitely one of my crushes. See, this conversation's good. It helps speed this along a little bit. Oh, and Tifa for Final Fantasy VII. Of course. She had a really big heart. The girl from the Wonder Years, someone said. Yeah, I didn't really watch a lot of Wonder Years, but she was good too. We all had our crushes when we were younger. We're gonna fight Chaturga with Ulyaoth. That's his real name, by the way. Ulyaoth. Yo, you heard my boy Ulyaoth. How do I feel about Majora's Mask 3D? I think it's pretty obvious. I think that's a question that you already know the answer to. Jeff, I never did that. That's one thing I can safely say I never did. There was an announcement that there's going to be some changes and new features. It was a thing on the Miiverse that Anuma posted. They're going to talk about the new features closer to release. I don't know what that means. I don't know what kind of new features we're going to get in Majora's Mask 3D. But I think that sounds pretty cool. I also have some really interesting concept art about this game. For this game that was never used, that I think you guys are gonna love. And I'm gonna end the stream and show you guys with the concept art. It's gonna be pretty fucking cool. It's concept art for what would have happened had each god taken over the world. And some of it is pretty fucked up. I seem to remember this part from last time I streamed the game. It was exceedingly annoying. And if you remember in the earlier chapter, this happened to Edward as well. And he took a swig from his in order to recover sanity, he had to take a swig from his goddamn whiskey. And that kind of clues you in about what you have to do here. No? I thought for sure that would have worked. That's pretty shit. How the fuck do you... Giant flesh worm needs to be stopped. It sounds like he's saying Pargo. Pargo! Someone said that you have to walk really slow. Yeah, I remember this room being kind of annoying last time. That's okay. We got this. You fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding me? Giant, like, worm. You know, you guys know what ringworms are? God. Screw that guy. Insanity worm. The ringworm. Insanity worm. The ringworm.
Hey boys and girls, it's me! Insanity Worm! Today I'm gonna try-
the voice just mutated. Do-do-do-do. Last level, more like ass level. I don't know if you gotta defeat the thing or just put the thing in the right spot. I don't know. It's not that. I guess you gotta summon a red one then. We're gonna summon a red zombie this time. Why you guys spawn behind me, though? And then when you walk into me, you dispel. It's a museum. They belong in a museum. I get it now. That's a little bit more explanatory.
Error
Almost. Just one more. This is the part of the game where they just ran out of ideas, and they were like, we didn't hit the 10-hour mark yet, or 12-hour mark yet. We need more gameplay. Jenkins, what have you got? Well, I've got this great idea. At the end of the game, you make Alex do all the things that Edward did 2 chapters ago. Except more tediously. Way more tediously. Jenkins, is your real name Peter Molyneux? No, it is not. Very tedious. Tedious. Jenkins, what does that mean? Mage. He touched my leg. You know what? Brilliant. Let's get this guy on the team. We need him on Silicon Knights. I'll tell you all about that Porky's butthole. I'm gonna assume it's creature, because like what else am I summoning if not for creature? Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm hot for creature. Got it bad, so bad. I'm hot for creature. Did you know that some guy called Mike Judge when Beavis and Butthead was on the air? And he thought the name of the show was Porky's Butthole. He was like, he called up Mike Judge to complain about the show. He was like, I'll tell y'all about that goddamn Porky's Butthole. So they're teaching the wrong values to kids, that Porky's Butthole. And Mike Judge actually based the voice of Boomhauer from that caller. You could look that up. That is on a number of interviews with Mike Judge. I love that name so much. There's an interview, I think it's on might be Jimmy Kimmel, I'm not sure. It's on YouTube, and fucking Zach Galifianakis is sitting next to Mike Judge while Mike Judge tells the story, and Galifianakis cannot contain the laughter. It's just insane. Like his laughing becomes a wheeze because of the Porky's butthole. That dang down Porky's butthole. Tell you what. Silicon Valley. Yeah, I want to watch that show. It's pretty cool. Season 2. One of the dudes from Silicon Valley died, actually, and they couldn't film the last, like, episode or two with him. Obviously, because he was a cadaver by then. But it was really sad. It was like, I forget which dude it was, but it was, it was good. It was pretty good. And it's a shame that the dude died. Mike Judge was really just torn up over it. And it happened so suddenly, too. He was pretty young. I think Mike Judge should just complete the circle and just name a show Porky's Butthole, and just base an entire show around that concept of Porky's Butthole. Tell you what about that, yeah, dang there, yeah, Porky's Butthole. Guys, what would Porky's Butthole be about? Like, we got Porky. He's the main character. Duncan, he's the wild card. You don't know what Duncan's capable of. Every now and then, Clutchy makes an appearance, just to remind you it's in the same universe. But really though, what would, Porky's, you can't base an entire show about Porky. What if Porky is the name of, like, a bar? Like Porky's, right? But it's just the butthole is, like, the basement. This is really weird conversation. Group of friends working in a hot dog factory. I don't know how I feel about that. It just did, though. Porky and the Butthole. Yeah, Porky and the Butthole, oh yeah. Porky and the Butthole, oh yeah. Don't know why John Lennon is doing the theme song to Porky's Butthole. Okay, that's a fun thought. Okay, I'm all right. Really, I'm fine. Let's just cast shield real quick.
Miss Roivas, you're just in time. The summoning spell I began 2,000 years ago is finally complete. You will now have the honor of becoming the first morsel for my lord, Chattur'gha. An appetizer for the banquet your race shall provide.
You forget what it means to be human, Pious. The human race will never go quietly into the darkness. For as long as you have spent summoning your lord, people have struggled against you. Now, thanks to their efforts, I have 3 of the Ancient's essences. Now, Pious, this is the end.
The end indeed.
Old bones for brains here. Oh boy, there's Chattur'gha. There he is. Now this is the spell I cast. I summoned my lord, Ulioth, into the fray. Yes, Ulioth is like a giant space jellyfish. Okay, Pious. Let's see what you got. Each time I hit the Chaturga thing, it takes a little sanity away. Jesus. Now the spirits of the characters now come alive. But you can't fuck it up. You have to like do it. You know what I mean? You gotta do it. Not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do is, Ilya. Dang old Porky's butthole. Not quite sure at all, actually. Oh, I have to hit the heart as Alex, and then I have to hit it as the character. Now I'm Anthony. Club music while fighting skeleton. I don't know why there's club music, but I'm sure there was a very deliberate reason why I had to hear club music while fighting the skeleton. The battle between the two ancients begins. The Metroid handedly binds Chaturga's attack, turns it on himself. That's a better way to get the heart. You just shoot it. Shoot him. No? Well, that doesn't cause the heart to spawn? Does it have to be? It has to be enchanted, doesn't it? Yeah, this is a somewhat goofy fight. It's not up to the same standards as some of the other parts of the game, I feel. But it is not a perfect game. But it succeeds despite its flaws, I feel. Why are you laughing, though? It's the problem. There we go. Getting there. We're getting there. Is the essence of Chaturga destroyed? That is awesome. That is so fucking awesome. But like when Chaturga fights the green guy, it's a completely different story. Chaturga dominates. But that's the balance that the gods have with each other. Blue defeats red, green defeats blue, red defeats green, and Mantarok just balances them out. I don't like how this guy dispels my shields. It's pretty shit. Sorry, Pious, but you're not gonna live through this. Get fucking wrecked. Thing is, though, this god's also an asshole. We're just using him. That's all we're doing.
The darkness is not so easily destroyed. No. My death is just the beginning.
Sequel. Oh. God damn it.
What have I
Don't know what that
done?
is.
Quickly, Alex! We must find this creature!
Is this
It
the third
cannot be
ending?
allowed to remain in this universe!
We must bind this creature.
Good heavens, no. Not that one.
It's very nonchalant of him to say.
Oh, no. You don't want to do that again.
We don't want to summon him again? No. We gotta bind him?
Nor that one either.
God damn
Come
it.
on, Edward. It hasn't been that long since you researched this stuff.
I don't remember exactly what
Ah, that's the ticket.
all of this does. Okay. See, unleashing this demon, this god into the world was also a very bad idea. So it must be dealt with. And so it has.
It is finally over, my dear. The Ancients' plans are finished.
Dang old
For
porky's
now,
butthole.
at least. You have proved to be an incredibly courageous young woman. Your mother and father would have been proud of you. Just as I am. I'm sorry it had to be like this. It's not quite the inheritance I had in mind for you. But there was so little time. And so much to do. Goodbye, Alex. I will miss you.
Where emptiness had been, new knowledge now seeped inside. Something happened then. I realized that I was not the only one, that there were many others like me, in other places, other universes, fighting the same fight, all to serve the needs of the great ancient, and to have my world spared from eternal darkness.
Book inside a book. Now is the true ending?
And so it comes to pass. Of the three ancients, there is nothing.
Yes, this is the true one.
The mighty Chaturga has obliterated the insanity of Xenotarth. The madness of Xenotarth has overcome the power of Uliauth. The boundless Uliauth has decimated the power of Chaturga. All at once, separate and simultaneous. For the universe is made of many time streams, many possibilities, all in harmonious synchronicity. Only Mantarok remains, slowly dying. Mantarok, keeper, overseer, warden of ancients, chaos, an entity trapped between the veils of reality and the enchanted stakes that impale its flesh. Unable to rally its guardians, it could rely only on its subtle manipulations of the Roivas family to destroy its enemies. Knowing the nature of the ancients, it used its pawns to play them against each other, resulting in their mutual annihilation. Now it will languish forever, festering in its tomb, plotting.
You've overcome the darkness that has prevailed for over 2 millennia. This accomplishment will begin a new era for humanity. Now, would you like to record this grand occasion in the pages of human history? That was it. That's the first time I've ever seen that ending. So a giant gaping claw anus manipulated various members of the Roivas family to set the other gods against each other. For what reason exactly? Is it a protector of humanity? Is it just selfish because it wants to die in peace and not have a giant god kill it? While the credits are happening, I want to show you some concept art. Originally, there were plans to show you, I don't know in what capacity, what it would be like if each god destroyed the planet. And how it would be if, you know, well, what would happen if the god won and took over. It never made it past concept art, but it would have been kind of fucking cool to see. So, for example, Chiturga. That's what it looks like. That's what they were thinking about animating and making as Chiturga's bad ending. Take a look at this shit. Just masses of humans just lining up mindlessly, their heads down, backs bent over, naked, just mindlessly walking into Chiturga's mouth so that he can feast upon them. One after another. Pretty insane. Only the whites, though. Doesn't like the way black people taste, apparently. Ulyaoth taking over. Just have a, you know, mindless zombies and destruction. Not as inspired as the previous one. But here's another storyboard for Ulyaoth. Ulyaoth being the god of magic. Here's another one. Just a structure made of corpses. Really fucking weird. And Xelatoth would have been this one. Again, not as inspired, but it almost looks like the houses are mad. Like the trees are just coming out of the ground and the houses are going insane themselves. But this one is clearly the winner. How do you beat that? That is fucking amazing. I would have enjoyed seeing that stuff. Xelatoth just wants, all he wants is trees to just take over the world. Well, she just wants the earth to have trees on it, and then she'll just fuck off. And that's it. And that's Eternal Darkness. Internal darkness. Something we all share. It's dark in there. For all of us. And we all have butts. It is the one thing that binds us. It is the thing that brings us together. There's a little bit of Mantarok in all of us. When we eat. When we expel our food. The darkness comes indeed. That's what Porky's butthole is about. It's about Mantarok. So, let's talk a little bit about this game for a minute before I move on. And I want to just point out that, in all seriousness, this is a fantastic game. And I love it. The sanity effects aside, the focus on the lore, the lore and history of the gods and these characters. Even the locations themselves are really memorable, the church in particular. But I remember when I first played this game when I was younger and I saw Mantarok for the first time, I was like, whoa, this game is something special. And seeing a lot of the sanity effects for the first time and not expecting them when the game first came out, that was a trip. I mean, and the game, now that I've played it a bunch, I've obviously completed it a few times. Three times I've streamed it. And I think I finished it once or twice before that. Probably twice. But the first time I played this game, the very first time, I remember playing it in complete pitch blackness and just not knowing what to expect. And then the game said that it was deleting my save file when I went to save. And that's when I said to myself, I love this game. I don't think I've ever had a bigger scare in a video game since then. It's a little bit hard for a video game to scare me, or even a movie. But when this game said it was deleting my save file, I was pretty much shitting my pants. So, yeah, Eternal Darkness was awesome. The combat is acceptable and at times really fun. Magic system's a bit convoluted, but it's kind of cool when you figure out all of it and you know which spells to use. But it's not even about the combat so much. It's not even about, like, you know, the spells and stuff, or how do you use them. It's more about the atmosphere. It's more about the story. This is one of those examples of a game that I play for the story and the creepiness. And sure, it's fun at times, but it's not even the most... I mean, in terms of fun, I could go play a Zelda game and have more fun. But this game just really does it. It's just great. And getting into Lovecraft in the past year really gave me a deeper appreciation for this game. You can see that the Lovecraft influence is dripping off of every of Mantarok's orifices. And it's the best stuff. It's great source material to ape off of. So,
Nintendo.
It still kind of blows my mind that Nintendo was so heavily involved in this game. Also, just on a final note, talking about sequels never happened, we know this, but Nintendo has the IP, not Silicon Knights, and Nintendo has a few years before the lease is up. Is that the right way to say that? The lease? I'm not sure, but when the IP is released, then it's, you know, up for grabs, I believe. I think that's how it works. Silicon Knights is currently working on a spiritual successor, Shadow of the Eternals. I don't know when that's going to be out. I don't know if it'll ever get finished, but it's very similar in tone to this game. So we'll see what happens. But this is, for me, it's a little piece of video game history that I really, really love. Not everyone knows about this game. Not everyone really cares, but I think it's one of the best. And I loved streaming it. It's a great Halloween game, and it's just a great game overall. It's especially great if you've got like a younger brother or nephew or like a younger cousin, and you just like, you have to watch them and you kind of don't want to, and you're like, okay, all right, fine, why don't you sit and watch me play Eternal Darkness? When I say younger, I mean like, you know, between 5 and like 12, or even, you know, like 11 or something. Like, scare the fuck out of them. That'll be fun. Alright. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I'm gonna think about what I want to stream next. I'm not sure, because I have to wake up early tomorrow. I might try to do something quick. So stick around, and I will be back in 5 minutes. Dang old porky's butthole.